Kids, what's the most cringe thing a teacher has ever done? I was sitting in history class minding my own business when Mr. Brennan stood up and announced he had a special lesson he'd been working on for weeks. The entire class looked at each other. We knew this was about to be bad. This man had a reputation for trying way too hard to be the cool teacher, and it never worked. He dimmed the lights, pulled out his laptop and said, "I made something that'll help you remember the Revolutionary War forever." He pressed play. It was a full musical. He wrote a musical with original songs about the Boston Tea Party. The first song started, and it was him rapping as Benjamin Franklin. The beat sounded like something from a 2009 YouTube tutorial, and he was doing hand gestures at the camera. My friend Colin literally put his head down on his desk. Every historical figure had their own song, and he played all of them. George Washington had a love ballad. King George had a villain song where Mr. Brennan wore a paper crown he made out of construction paper. The whole thing was 30 minutes long. Kids were trying not to laugh, but some people couldn't hold it in. One girl in the back row was shaking, biting her lip so hard I thought she was going to draw blood. Colin's shoulders were trembling. I made the mistake of making eye contact with him and almost lost it. Mr. Brennan was completely oblivious. He kept pausing the video to point at the screen and say things like, "See that rhyme scheme? That's how you make history stick." No sir, that's how you make history painful. By minute 20, people weren't even pretending to pay attention anymore. Someone was playing games on their phone under the desk. Another kid was genuinely asleep. Mr. Brennan didn't care. He was too busy nodding along to his own chorus about taxation without representation. When it finally ended, he turned the lights back on, looked at us with this huge grin and said, "So, revolutionary, right?" Pure silence. Not a single person said anything. He looked so proud of himself. Then he handed out a worksheet and said, "All right, now I want you to take notes on the key themes from the musical." Colin looked at me like he was about to cry. Someone in the front row raised their hand and asked if we could just read the textbook instead. Mr. Brennan said, "No, the musical was more engaging." Engaging is not the word I would use. Traumatic, maybe. By lunch, someone had already posted the whole thing to Instagram, and by the end of the day, the entire school had seen it.